Hey everybody, it's time for another tech tip of the week. And this week we're going to take a look at Swank. And I know that all throughout the year we're looking for DVDs, we're looking for ways to stream, we're looking for ways to get movies in front of our kids, not necessarily to show them the entire movie, but to get little clips to reinforce what we're trying to show in our classrooms. And Swank gives us that opportunity. We don't have access to Netflix or Hulu or Amazon Prime and things like that. YouTube can be good for little snippets here and there. But Swank is a county approved licensing system, which we have access to thousands and thousands of movies right at our fingertips. Now, as we get going and talking about Swank, it is important to understand that just because something is in Swank does not necessarily mean it is approved to show in the classroom. You've got to get approval first from admin. Once you get that approval from admin, you can shoot me an email and let me know, or you can go ahead and request the title so that I know when that pops up on my end of the dashboard, I can go ahead and submit it and everything's taken care of. But I'm going to walk you through that process. I'm going to show you how to use Swank and then how we can take it and put it in Canvas and allow our students to be able to watch these movies on their own time when they're going through and trying to reinforce some content. So anyways, I'm going to include a link to Swank in the email of this video and in the newsletter, so you'll be able to access everything through this portal. I'm going to show you how to set up an account, how to find films, and then how to put it into your Canvas. So to begin with, once we've got to Swank, if you need an account, if you haven't already set up, you're going to come see me, and then I'm going to set up that your account for you, and we'll go through it step by step. I'll just simply go to users. We'll add the user, your name, your department, your email. Your email is going to be your username, and then you'll get to choose your password on your own. Once you've done that and I hit save, it'll send you a verification email to your Oconee Schools email address, and then you'll be able to go through, verify it's you, and get the rest of your account set up, and then you're going to be ready to go. And so when you get ready to use Swank, one thing to understand is the licensed content and then the unlicensed content. Licensed content we automatically have access to. There's 100 titles at the beginning of the school year that we can access. All right. And then we get an additional 100 titles on that we can request. Additional 150 titles, I believe, that we can request. So what you will do is if you're looking for licensed content, okay, these are things that it's readily accessible. It's available to you. You can click on it and you can show it in your classroom. But just remember, just because it's licensed, just because it's in Swank, you still need admin approval to be able to show it. So when you go into the license portal, you'll get the title of the movie, you'll get the year that it was made, you'll get the rating, and then how long that's available. All these are going to be available through June 30th, which is when our contract with Swank will come up for renewal. So if I wanted to show 12 Angry Men, if I'm teaching government, I'll click on this. Now this is the 1957 version, so this one's a little bit older. And as you can see, it's going to give me a brief description. I can watch the trailer for the movie, or I can just flat out watch the movie. So if I click on the trailer, it's going to pop up a little quick video. A lot of dynamic stuff going on there with 12 Angry Men. It's really a good movie if you sit down and watch it and you kind of get past some of the older stuff. All right, so once I've watched the trailer, then I can watch this. I can show it in class. All right, it pops up. It'll take a second to load, and then I am ready to go, and I can go and I can show it to my. I've got a bar that I can move around. I can skip around. I've got my count timer down here to where if I know there's specific things that I want to be able to, for my class to watch, specific scenes, I can go to that timestamp and I can do what I need to do. And once again, you do get the synopsis again down here at the very bottom. I'm going to show you in just a second, though. I'm going to come back and show you how you can share this with your students and embed it into Canvas. Now, if there is a movie that is not in the already pre-licensed content and you want to go searching for something, you come down to the Swank catalog. I'll hit See All. I'm going to X out the filter for license because if it's licensed, we already have access to it. So I'm going to go to unlicensed. And as you can see, we've got over 36,000 movies that we can access and request from. Once again, if you're going to request, you've got to go through admin approval first before you request it and send it to me. So now, as you can see, we've got a ton of stuff here from the West Side Story in 1961. We've got Hamlet. There's several different versions of Hamlet, Hotel Rwanda, so on and so forth. So if I wanted to see if this is the Hamlet that I wanted, because there's been so many versions of this made, this is the one with Mel Gibson and Glenn Close, 1990, something that probably we're a little bit more familiar with. As I can see, I've got the synopsis here, the trailer, and now I can request it. So I'm going to go ahead and hit request. I'm going to fill out all this information, my name, email address. Where is this going to be viewed? It's going to be in the classroom or for a homework assignment. The start date is important, okay? Guys, I suggest you go ahead and list that start date, even if you know you're not going to use this movie until April. Go ahead and put that start date for whatever day it is that the day it is that you're filling this thing out. So if I was filling this out today, I'd request it for today, because what will happen is if you have a requested start date of, let's say, April 14th, and I go ahead and put it in now, Swank is going to wait until April to go ahead and pre-approve it. Or to go ahead and approve it for our viewership. So if I knew I wanted to go in and get timestamps, go ahead, get that set now, and that way you can go ahead and get all your work done and get it built into Canvas and have it all assigned for your students. And then you got to put in your course, a brief description on your academic use, and then once again, all the stuff here, your name, email, all that good stuff. Once you filled out all this information, you'll hit send. I will get an email that tells me that there's a title pending request. I'll go to title request, and as you can see, we've got one right here. Coach Gooch has requested Glory. I can go in, I can hit approve, and then it'll be able to, then Swank will take care of everything on their end. Generally, guys, allow about 24 hours for Swank to approve some of these titles. It is a process. They were closed over Christmas break, and so they're still now getting that caught up. As you can see, we've got 120 total credits remaining. We've had about 30 movies requested throughout the school year that have been approved and that are now accessible for the remainder of the school year. So now if I wanted to go about embedding this into Canvas, all right, I'm going to go to that movie. I'm going to hit share, and you've got a couple directions here, copy LMS link or copy direct link. I'm going to say go ahead and do the copy direct link. This has been a little bit easier. The copy LMS links had some kinks in it that we're still getting worked out. But I'm going to copy direct link, and then I'm going to go to Canvas, go to my page wherever I want it. All right, so let's see, view all pages. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my page, and we're just going to call this government. And then I'll go insert, I'm going to insert link. This is an external link because I'm linking to something outside of Canvas. And then I'll go ahead and copy and paste that into that direct link. And I'm going to say 12 Angry Men video. I'll hit done. It'll embed it for me. We'll hit save. And then I can publish this video. I'll go to student view to make sure that everything looks like the way I want it. I'm going to click on it. And I actually need to log out real quick of myself to be able to show you how to assign this to students. All right. So I'm going to go back to my link. And now I've got to log in as a student. So your student email or your student login information is going to be the same for every single student. They don't have an individual portal that they're going to go into. All they can see is the movie that you have assigned. And so that is, the username for students is going to be OCHS, all capital, and then student with a capital S. And then the password will be student with a capital S and then the number 1. Okay, and I'll include all that in my email as well. So after I log in, now the student's going to be able to see that movie that I've assigned to them. Okay, and then here we go. They can watch it in full screen, and they can watch it at their own pace. So if you're doing a flipped classroom, you want them to go home and watch the movie over the course of the week, or if you want to have timestamps that they can fast forward to be able to watch specific items within the course of that movie, you are more than welcome to. Now, one of the great things about Swank is it's not just movies. They've got a lot of documentaries as well. Feel free to go around, play, search through there. And once again, if you want to request a movie, if you want to show a movie through Swank, that's great. Just make sure you've got admin approval before it gets sent my way. If you've ever got any questions, if there's anything I can be of help with, please shoot me an email. Come by the Media Center, and I'll be happy to help you out in any way possible. Swank is a great tool, and we want to make sure that we are utilizing it and to the point that its use justifies its cost. We always want to make sure that we're maximizing our resources all the way